up, everybody? I'm BellaRose. We're here live at Zayak Studios, and I have Blezz Messiah with me today. He's going to let us know all about his music and his mixtape that's coming soon.
Niggas told me hang it up, like the boy couldn't rap. But my will is like Kobe's and my heart's as big as Shaq. Feel like
What's up, what's up? Young God Society.
What is that, Young God Society? Let us know.
Well, Young God Society is actually the name of my movement.
Okay.
You know, and I'm saying it's actually starting with just me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it starts off with just me, but the following is going to come.
Nice. And what about your name? How did you get that name? How did you develop it?
Okay, well, Blezz just comes from, that's my name from around my area, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's what most of my friends called me. The Messiah part, because I actually looked up my name, and there were other artists that I seen with the name Blezz, so I actually seen that I had to make a change with that.
Yeah.
So I changed the S to actually to Z's, and I added the Messiah. The Messiah came from a line that I actually said in one of my old rhymes.
Okay.
And one of my friends, like, he used to call after, like, I said that line. He always used to see me and be like, Messiah, Messiah. So I just thought that it was fitting that I just put everything together.
Okay, cool. How long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music since a kid, like, since a little kid. Like, I was always, like, into basketball, you know what I'm saying? But I'll be in class writing my little rhymes and all of that. I ain't really start taking it serious until, like, I could say, serious, I'll say about 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Before that, I was just flirting around and actually just playing with it. You know what I'm saying? But the more people started, like, listening and actually telling me, like, yo, you should take it serious, you should do this, I started, you know, taking control of my path and my destiny.
If you could describe your music in 3 words, how would you describe it?
Something very different.
Okay.
Something very
Something
different.
very different.
Yeah, to what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I like the music that's going on right now, I'm not going to lie. I actually like it, but I think there's a time and place for everything, and I also think there's also a truth to everything. And I think that the music that's actually out there right now, everybody's just glorifying the stuff that they have, and it's just being shown in a type of manner, I think, to the youth as, okay, this right here, this is what I got, it's obtainable, but they're not actually showing the truth, the grind and the hard work that you actually got to put in to get there.
Yes.
So that's the only part that I really don't like too much about it, and that's what I'm trying to bring to the game. I'm trying to actually bring the truth to the grind and to the hustle, and you know what I'm saying, the reality. I'm not trying to put the illusion out there for the kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to actually put the truth out and lead them the right way.
All right, cool. So within the next 6 months to a year, let's say the end of this year, where do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish with your music?
Well, by the end of the year,
yes, you have to put the mixtape out.
I have to put the mixtape. By the end of the year, I will actually, hopefully, be going on to, well, I forgot to tell you this too. I'm planning to release an EP.
Okay.
Like around October, like 4th quarter, end of the year. So going into next year, hopefully I'll be thinking about going into my next project and actually doing shows and getting features with, you know, some more familiar people.
Yeah.
Faces on the underground scene.
Okay, cool. If you could work with anybody alive, let's keep it alive. Because if I go into anybody that's alive or dead, it would be like real difficult, right? So let's keep it. If you could work with anybody that's alive right now, who would be your dream collaboration?
That's kind of a little tough for me right now, because there's 2 artists that I really like. They're actually doing their little thing and up and coming right now.
Okay.
But J. Cole.
Okay.
J. Cole, Nipsey Hussle.
And why? Why would you like to work with those 2 people?
because it's motivational music.
Okay.
You know, it's not your everyday typical, you know what I'm saying, hoopla.
Okay. It's fair enough.
Me nigga, what you waiting for? It's that hard to show me love, nigga. We bring the truth the world been waiting for. So real niggas show me love, nigga. I be that same tall, skinny kid niggas love to hate on. Like how he eating good and he ain't never put no weight.
Alright, so growing up, you started doing your music really young. Who were your musical influences?
I actually grew up listening to Jay Z, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Cameron, 50 Cent, DMX, like you name it. I went into the crates and I did my history and my homework,
Okay. Yeah. So with your musical style, if someone was to compare you to someone else, who would they compare you to?
Well, it's funny you say that. Like, I get a couple comparisons. Like, it'll either be one of the two. And it'll either be sometimes, oh, you remind me of Nas. Or, oh, I think you sound like Jay Z a little bit. Like,
okay.
But I'm not trying to actually sound like anybody.
You want to sound like you, definitely. I
sound like me. If you listen to my music, you'll see that I sound like me.
Of course, of course.
I guess it's probably just, like, at the end of the day, it influenced me, like, listening to those guys. So there might be certain little, you know what I'm saying?
Similarities, yeah. Everybody gets compared.
There, but at the end of the day, I'm me.
Yes.
You'll see that. I'm definitely me.
Okay. All right, so growing up, you started doing your music really young. Who were your musical influences?
I actually grew up listening to Jay Z, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Cameron, 50 Cent, DMX, like you name it. I went into the crates and I did my history and my homework, Okay.
Yeah. So with your musical style, if someone was to compare you to someone else, who would they compare you to?
Well, it's funny you say that. Like, I get a couple comparisons. Like, it'll either be one of the two. And it'll either be sometimes, oh, you remind me of Nas. Or, oh, I think you sound like Jay Z a little bit. Like,
okay.
But I'm not trying to actually sound like anybody.
You want to sound like you, definitely. I
sound like me. If you listen to my music, you'll see that I sound like me.
Of course, of course.
I guess it's probably just, like, at the end of the day, it influenced me, like, listening to those guys. So there might be certain little, you know what I'm saying?
Similarities, yeah. Everybody gets compared.
There, but at the end of the day, I'm me.
Yes.
You'll see that. I'm definitely me.
Okay. All right, so growing up, you started doing your music really young. Who were your musical influences?
I actually grew up listening to Jay Z, Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Cameron, 50 Cent, DMX, like you name it. I went into the crates and I did my history and my homework, Okay.
Yeah. So with your musical style, if someone was to compare you to someone else, who would they compare you to?
Well, it's funny you say that. Like, I get a couple comparisons. Like, it'll either be one of the two. And it'll either be sometimes, oh, you remind me of Nas. Or, oh, I think you sound like Jay Z a little bit. Like,
okay.
But I'm not trying to actually sound like anybody.
You want to sound like you, definitely. I
sound like me. If you listen to my music, you'll see that I sound like me.
Of course, of course.
I guess it's probably just, like, at the end of the day, it influenced me, like, listening to those guys. So there might be certain little, you know what I'm saying?
Similarities, yeah. Everybody gets compared.
There, but at the end of the day, I'm me.
Yes.
You'll see that. I'm definitely me.
Okay.
Forgive me for my sins, I'm trying to win. Forgive me for my sins, I'm trying to win. Word is born, you new rappers don't excite me. I switch styles every 2 rhymes, go ahead and bite me.
Alright, cool. So I see in your videos you repping Brooklyn. You have your Brooklyn Nets hat on, your Biggie shirts.
Always.
Tell us about that.
Well, I'm just true to Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Born and raised in Brooklyn. Flatbush, Crown Heights, you know what I'm saying? Nostrand Ave, Flatbush Avenue, name it, I ran through it through Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I was out there, like, not on no gangster shit, but
Okay.
the gangsters know me, the ballers know me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was just the dude just out there around. You know what I'm saying? Not really in a house like that. You know what I mean? I went to Erasmus High School. That's actually on Flatbush.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was just always Flatbush. I rep it to the death of me.
All right. So how does being from Brooklyn inspire your music?
Well, I think it inspires my music as far as the path of me speaking of the struggle and the grind. Like, Brooklyn is a tough place to actually, you know what I'm saying, actually live and grow up as a kid. Because if you're not tough, you're going to get broken down. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to play your role. You try to step out of your boundaries, niggas going to know you out of your boundaries. You got to play your role. Like, Brooklyn is tough. You can make it in Brooklyn, you can make it anywhere.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to play a little game before we let you go. This is my Rose Bowl. The BellaRose Bowl. And it's questions, so you're just going to grab a question. I'll read it for you, and then you can answer, okay?
I'm good with this one.
My handwriting is not the best. What celebrity annoys you the most?
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Young Thug.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's just a mockery of what I believe hip hop stands for.
Okay. Fair enough. Next question. One more.
Can you read this one?
Got it. What is one of the things you will put on your bucket list? You have to get this done. You have to do it.
I have to make it. That's on
Yes.
my bucket list. I have to make it. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I have to make it. When it's all said and done, the people have to know who Blezz da Messiah is and what I stand for.
Yes. All right, so let the people know where they can find you and any final messages that you want to put out there.
All right. You could find me on Twitter at Blezz da Messiah, BLEZZDAMESSIAH, for you people who can't really spell like that. Yeah, you can also find me on Instagram, same thing. Like, mostly all of my social sites are kind of like the same, set up the same, so you will basically find me. Or you could just Google me, Blezz da Messiah, you'll find me.
Yes, and look out for his mixtape coming up soon, okay? Been working on that. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate you.
No doubt, I appreciate it too.
I'm BellaRose at Zyx Studios, and I'm out.